Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Crypto Sense Podcast. This is your boy Carlton CO2 Owens. We're back with another show. Oh man, if you haven't had a chance to check out the last show that we did, you're missing out on a major treat. Shout out to Snap Boogie. I call him Snap Boog, doing his thing with NFTs in the dance space. If you haven't had a chance to check out that show, make sure you go back and check that show out. It was absolutely phenomenal. We had such a fun time. I'm going to get him back on the show because there's so much more that we just didn't talk about that we need to talk about when it comes to the NFT space. So before we dive into today's show, let's first give it up to our sponsors. CoinSeed is an app that allows you to invest in cryptocurrency all while using your pocket change. You can skip all the drama, wahala, the stress of trying to figure out how to onload, offload, reload, switch load your dollars into cryptocurrency, and just link your debit or credit card up and you'll be on your way to building a cryptocurrency empire. We also have encrypted wear, encrypted apparel, actually. But you can go to their website, which is called wearencrypted.com. That's WEAR encrypted.com. There you'll be able to load up on all different types of merchandise, things that's going to really tickle your fancy if you're big into cryptocurrency like I am, and you want to show your love and your enthusiasm for cryptocurrency with how you dress. So go to wearencrypted.com. That's WEAR encrypted.com. Type in the coupon code CryptoCents and you get a nice discount on your next purchase. We also have you guys, the ones that listen to my voice. You're also sponsors of the show because with your 60,000 plus listens, it allows us to be able to get paying sponsors and be able to grow our fan base. Even during the bear market, we even grew our fan base pretty big. And now it's on fire because everybody wants to know more about cryptocurrency, obviously. But for my day ones out there, you guys have been with us since day one. You've been rocking with us. You've been listening to the show. You've been trying to get game as we've been trying to give it. So you're already sponsors of the show. But hey, there's levels to this. You also can be a sponsor of the show, or you can up your level of sponsorship by getting involved and supporting the show with as little as $1. That will help us continue to buy coffee, to keep us up late night trying to figure out these show topics and figure out other ways to be able to plug in and come up with, interviews and people to bring on the show. So donate as little as 99 cents. Go to the last link in the show notes and, go ahead and push that button. We also have one final sponsor, which is psalmsbrittle.com. Psalms Brittle is the best peanut brittle candy that you're ever going to have in the universe. It is fantastic. It's the only candy, actually, the only brittle candy that's not hard, not chewy, and doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Make sure you go over to their website. You actually can request free samples. Just pay for shipping. And trust me, it'll be the best, $3 or $4 or $5 you ever spend when it comes to trying out a product. You also, there's also different flavors on the site. You got your peanut, you got your pecan, you got hot and spicy, you have chocolate coconut. It's a list of stuff. So go over there, check it out, put in CryptoCents 10, I think. You'll get 10% off. And remember, cents is spelled CENTZ, not S. Put in CryptoCents and you'll get some money off. So let's go ahead and dive into the show. Let's go straight in for the juggler. So as you guys know, the NFT thing is really starting to take off. People are really getting more and more into it. I'm having more and more conversations trying to explain or find the words to truly explain what is actually happening, what NFTs are and why they're so important or why they will be so important. Because they're really not that important now, but there's some things that are going to have to happen, which I think we're trending towards happening, that is going to make them even more and more valuable. So just picking up on what we were talking about earlier, I want you to just imagine a world where you spend at least half of your time online. You're probably already there. If you're like me, you're in front of a computer mostly all day during the day. You're on social media, you're on IG. But imagine a world where you're online all the time. And that world that you're online in has its own kind of community. And not only does it have its own community, but it also has its own kind of ecosystem, if that makes sense. And so that's really the premise for the upside to these NFTs, these non-fungible tokens, is that you have to first imagine a world that is another world. Is a world that is different from what we're in now, where we're kind of 1 foot in physical, 1 foot out. 1 foot in physical, 1 foot in digital. But imagine a space where people literally just get lost or plug into this digital reality. And if you're in this digital reality, this virtual reality, rather, you now have new rules, different societal, quote unquote, societal norms, different ways of being able to get things done, different ways to access certain things that may not necessarily be the same way that you would in today's time. So you almost have to project yourself in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years. What will the world look like with people, more and more people getting entrenched in the digital, in the online space, and if that happens, what are going to be the things that people are going to value more than what they value more now? So I started doing research, and I said, you know what? I want to get in the game. I want to start buying some NFTs, and I want to start figuring out, some plays. So, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like the NFT space is going to be extremely valuable in the areas of music, art, and gaming. So I went straight for the jugular and went in and said, okay, well, let's talk about gaming, because gaming, if you think about it, since the days I was playing, I guess Atari and, Nintendo, gaming has totally taken on a whole new life, a whole new reality. And this reality that I'm talking about, this virtual reality, in a lot of ways, gaming is already there, because, you could be playing a game and you be playing a game with somebody that's across the world, and y'all are in this world playing a game together. That is kind of where things are headed. Was definitely headed in gaming, but it's a lot of that is also headed in different areas of our social lives. So I went on and checked out this one platform called Sandbox, because they incorporate a lot of stuff dealing with gaming. So if you haven't heard about Sandbox, you definitely got to check it out. I literally just bought some Sandbox on crypto.com. is one of the platforms that I rock with. They're actually a platform that gave me a Bitcoin debit card as well, so you got to check them out. But anyhow, so I went over to Walmart. Not Walmart.com, but crypto.com, to try to get more of a handle in terms of what Sandbox, what it really means. So let me just give you just a high level breakdown of what Sandbox is, and then we're going to unpack it a little bit. So according to crypto.com, Sandbox claims to be a virtual world where players can build, own, and monetize their gaming experiences in the Ethereum blockchain using Sand, which I guess is the platform. The platform's utility token, that's exactly what it is. It's actually a utility token. It is claimed that the players can create digital assets, which are non-fungible tokens, aka NFTs, upload them to the marketplace, and drag and drop them to create game experiences with the Sandbox game maker. It is further claimed that the Sandbox has secured over 50 partnerships, including Atari, CryptoKitties, and Shaun the Sheep, to build a fun, creative, play-to-learn gaming platform owned and made by players. The Sandbox aims to bring blockchain into mainstream gaming, attracting both crypto and non-crypto game enthusiasts by offering the advantages of true ownership, digital scarcity, monetization capabilities, and interoperability. the Sandbox price page is a part of the Crypto.com price index that features price history, price tickers, blah, 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 blah. So, man, so much said in that, but I guess the biggest takeaway is it's really just a platform that is allowing people to create these different, really it's like game accessories. If you ever play Fortnite, or you ever go to some of these games where you have to go and buy these little tokens that you have to add to your game to be able to go and do some other stuff. It's basically the same thing. It's just a larger platform where now anyone can come in, create these different accessories, and then sell them to people who actually want to create these games, or kind of, put these games together, and then people then go in and access these games and so forth. So Sandbox is really, really cool. I actually had a chance to go over to the website. Now, mind you, when I was doing this initial research, I instantly said, okay, let's go. Let me press the button, because it's dealing with gaming. It's dealing with things that are already being used now. And it's actually a platform, which means that others can actually tap into it and build on top of it. So, of course, I went to the website. I'm really not into the gaming, but I see the value in it. And gaming is a big and non industry now. You have so many people, both kids and adults, that are really getting into it. So I'm on the website now. Now this is a cool thing too that I saw on the website, which is pretty interesting. It's basically called digital real estate. So it says create in your own land. Why Sand? Sand is our main utility token that allows you to buy and sell lands and assets in the Sandbox metaverse. So it's really, really interesting, because they were talking about you actually buying this virtual land. So, it kind of makes you chuckle a little bit now, but this stuff is real, guys, and we got to stay on top of it. So I encourage you to do some more research on Sandbox. Of course, you can hit me up on a DM, hit me on email. We can dialogue more about it, on what I feel, is the play. I'm going to be doing some more research on some other NFTs. I'm looking for some NFTs in the art space as well. So if you come across any, or you think it's something that we should talk about on the show, shoot me a DM. I will get the names, and I'll do some research and kind of rap about it, break it down into some common sense terms. So NFT's the future, guys. It's the Bitcoin of 2021. It's like people were talking about Bitcoin in 2012, and it was going over people's heads. NFT is doing the same thing in 21. It's still going over people's heads, but another 5 to 10 years, it could very well be the play. So, hey, you got to always anticipate the next play. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Make sure you continue to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you'll know when some new shows are coming out. You'll be notified on that. And that's it, guys. So until next time, holla back.